We get started with today's session. In the previous lecture, we have used the print statement in the Python and declared some variables, assigned the values to the variable, and check what is the data type of those variables. Okay, this is what we did: print Python, then checking the type of the Python, checking the type of the numerics also, whether it is integer, float, whatsoever. And we did assign the variable with the values and check what is the location of those variables by using the IDE. And also check the difference whether we are declaring two different variables or assigning the same variables, and to which ID they belongs. So we have seen all these examples in the previous session. Also checked that how to declare a variable in Python, what is the correct form of declaration of variables in the Python. Okay, and we found that we can't start with a numerical value while declaring a variable in Python. Okay, and how to print the variables, this is all we have seen previously. Okay, so now Python is case sensitive, small a, capital A. We have declared this kind of variables also. Concatenation of the strings also been done. Okay, and then the next thing is conditional statements. See, conditional statements, as you know that, if else. Okay, and here I am going to present you a code where variable A, we have assigned variable A as a value 1. And what we are saying on behalf of it, if 20 is greater than 10, else 0. So what does this mean? The value of variable A is 1 if 20 is greater than 10, else the value of variable A will be what? 0. Okay, now what we are doing? Print the value of A is STRA. See, STRA means I am performing the type conversion also here. Type conversion. If I would say A equal to 1, this is right now integer. But when I am going to print it, I typecasted. I typecasted it and printing the string value of it. Okay, so either I can use the statements like this, copy, and I would like to print like this, not with the STRA, just simply A. Okay, and check its type, print type of A, and then here also I would like to check the print then type of A. Okay, so let me run this statement again. What happened? What happened here? The value of A is 1, class int. Here it is of integer class, and here the class haven't changed for the A. Its value here we tried, okay, STRA, that means string A, we perform the type casting, but when we are printing the type of A, it is still integer, it haven't changed. So if I would like to say that just by doing STRA the type would have been changed, so this is not happening here. Okay, but we very well know by str making STRA, it will going to print you the string value. Okay, but when I'm checking the type of A, it is going to as a part of an initial declaration of A. It is not taking after what you did here in the print statement. It is going to take your initial declaration of A. Okay, that is here also it printed the class integer. Above also it printed the class integer. Here you did it tried. What you did, the value of A is STRA. Here you print the value of A is A. Okay, simply. Here you did STRA. Okay, but when you check the type of A, it haven't typecasted. Okay, still it is of integer only. Okay, but if I would have done like this, if I would have done like this, b equal to str a, okay, and if I'm going to print to b here, okay, which is actually stra, okay, let me have equal to sign here, and let me check the type of b. Let's see what happens. Now the things has changed. So if you are taking same variable, assigning its value, checking its type, and then again you are making the same variable stra, printing str, and then again checking the type of it, it will remain same, it will remain int. But what you did here, now what the change happened here? In this case, you assigned a new variable b, that is stra. Now I'm printing the value of b, which is actually stra only. Printing b or printing stra, I think both are same. But when I check the type of b, it's now string. Okay, so this is what the change is. Okay, now I did explain the same facts above, that taking a value of a if 10 is greater than 20, else 0. Okay, now print the value of a, print the type of a. You very well know that the value of a is 0, obviously, because the condition failed. 10 can't be greater than 20. So here now the condition is going to be print you 0, not 1. Okay, and what happened next? What happened next? I printed the type of a, so type of a is integer. Okay, now if you are going to print the value of stra, okay, again it will be 0. And if you are going to print the type stra, okay, so it is now type stra, because obviously if str has been present here and now you are saying what is the type, so obviously it's gonna print you the string only. Because what this means, type and then str, so obviously it's going to print you the str. But if you don't take like this, okay, if you don't take like this and print separately as we did above, okay, if I just print the type of a, it will int only. But if you print like this type stra, then it will going to print you the string class. Okay, now next, just to have a simple use of conditional statements, use of if and else statements. If I declare a variable x equal to 4 and y equal to 5, okay, and if I would say if x is greater than y, print x is greatest, else print y is greater. So this is how you are going to organize the if and else statements. In the previous cases, I did this in a single line. Okay, that means just I try to optimize the things, but right now here I'm just trying to make it much more clear. Okay, so using them in your original format. So if x is greater than y, print x is greatest, else y is greatest. So obviously 5 is greater than 4, so your first condition is failed. So the next condition, that is the else condition, is printed. Okay, now now the question is now the question is, these are the two numbers you have been given, and you have been asked for which one is greatest. If you have been given three numbers and you have been asked to perform if and else conditional statements to check which number is greatest among three, so what you are going to do? Okay, so let us consider I am having three numbers, okay, x, y, and z, and I initially assigned the values to them, 4, 3, and 5. Okay, now I need to check using if and else statements how to perform this operation. Your task is three numbers are been given and you need to find which one is greatest. Okay, so let's get started. If x is greater than y, okay, if x is greater than y, then I'm going to check again for x. If x is greater than z also, if both the condition are true, if both the condition are true, that means x is greater than y also, x is greater than z also, then obviously you need to print x is greatest. Else else what will happen? Else z is greatest. Why z is greatest? Because if x is greater than y, okay, If you are putting the condition here, x is greater than z, it if it fails that x is not greater than z, then obviously z is greater than y also, because s is greater than y. Okay, so here we put an else statement that print z is greatest. Okay, in the next case, if y is greater than x, if y is greater than z, again the same thing, y is greatest, else z is greatest. Okay, same thing happened here. Now, do you think any changes is been required in this code, or this code is perfect for comparing the three numbers whether they are greatest or not? Do you think is there any combination which will fail the logic which we are using here? What do you think? Any suggestion from your side? Please give me the suggestion. This is the logic which I put for finding the greatest of three numbers. Do you have any idea, any other logic what you think? So please help me. How can I make this code differ? Anything you want to say about this code to find the greatest among three numbers? Anyone?
Instead of two if conditions, we can write a and operator in between these
Okay, and
conditions.
operator. Okay, how to use and operators?
If x
Okay, if
greater than y and x
okay,
greater than z,
so okay, I'm taking all
if the
these three
condition is
variables.
true,
If x greater than greater
y
than y, and
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 x greater than z,
x greater than z. Okay,
then it prints the x is greatest.
print simple x is greatest. Similarly, we shall do for y and z also. Is it? We can do for y and z also. If y is greater than x and y is greater than z, so y is greatest. Also, can we do the same task for z? If z is greater than x and z is greater than y, so z is greatest, isn't it? And let me run the code. Z is greatest. They also give me the same output. Okay, but here I did a layering. Okay, and here you used a logical operators like and, or, not, whatsoever. But we will discuss about this ahead in case of operators. So and means this condition should also be true, and this condition should also be true, then only if a statement will gonna work. And is been useful in this case when both the condition needs to be true, then only if a statement is going to execute. If anyone failed, that means it will fail. There's no else option here. And here also the same thing. What is the idea if I'm asked from the user, if I ask from the user the value of x, y, and z? For example, if I would say x equal to int input, I write like this: enter value of x. So this is how you take the inputs from the user. So I'm taking the integer value input from the user. If I will be using just simply input enter the value of x, then it will ask for string value. But if I'm going to ask int float, then respective values needs to be entered here. Okay, so I'm just copying it and pasting it here. Okay, for y and z also. Okay, this is for y and this is for z. Okay, and let's see, enter the value of x, y, and z. Okay, and the same logic. So we have used if there, and now if I would say else, elif, and here also, would elif work? Here also elif, isn't it?
Else,
else. Okay, just only else is required. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, else if. Okay, now here I am asking from the user to enter the values of x, y, and z. Let me run this code. Elif. This is not correct. Elif. So it should be like this. Okay, let me run this code again. It's saying that this is not the good syntax. So what should be the syntax here? What do you
We
think?
should remove the colon.
Colon. We should remove the colon. Now also.
Yeah.
Now also.
No, sir. We have to
Then
remove colon after
Else
the
have no condition, sir.
remove colon from.
Else have no
yes.
condition
Yeah.
statement, sir.
Okay, no conditional statements.
We have to
So
give colon after the else, sir.
okay, just we need to remove all this. What to be do?
No,
What to be done?
For else statements, we need to remove
Hmm.
the condition, sir.
Else
for
condition.
else
Okay, you need to remove the condition. That's it.
we have to give colon there. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now it's perfect.
Yes.
Now let me run the code. Enter the value of x. It's your choice. 12, and let me take 4, and let me take minus 8. Okay, x is greatest. That means your code is being running perfectly. So previously I used if, but I think that we can use else combination also with the code, and here is the perfect else combination. So else is just an optional thing. If all the above condition failed, then only we are remained with the else. Okay, so that's why no condition has been required. Okay, so fine. If you are available with the four numbers, here I made the code for checking whether your which has been the greatest among the four numbers. Okay, so again, initially I used a layered thing. Okay, x is greater than y, z, and w, and then I said x is greater than w is greater, and so on. This is how I used a layer architecture. However, here we performed a simplified way using and. Okay, and we can reduce the number of lines of the code, and because your python is using interpreter, it will check line by line. Obviously, by reducing the lines, it will help the interpreter to perform the task in a simple way. Okay, so I guess with the four numbers also, the same concept can be applied. Let us proceed ahead. Now let me introduce something more. Have you heard about functions in python? Functions, do you have an idea
Yes.
about functions? Okay, what does this functions do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there is an echo in the mic. Yeah, functions. Functions in python or function in any other programming language, what does a function do? Anyone? Anyone can help me understanding, because I need to discuss about the variables next. What are the local variable, what is a global variable, and for that reason I need to look out for the functions. Okay, I
We
am
can call the
Function.
function.
we can call a function. Okay. Yes.
Functions contain a set of
Hmm.
code
Hmm.
which can be used by just calling the function name.
Okay.
Therefore, it reduces the task of writing the code over and over.
Okay. Okay. Very good. See, function is simply it's a block of statements. Okay, and it help us in reusability. Okay, we did not have to write the same block of codes again and again, and unnecessary we don't want to add up the lines in our program. So function is just a name, and under that particular name we are writing various statements which are of our use in order to perform any of the task. Okay, so here also I did mention that every programming language is having the functions. Okay, whether a function is a predefined function and whether it is a user defined function. So here print is a predefined function in case of python. You're using print many times. Here also print, this is a predefined function in case of python. However, you can define function from your side also. Okay, now actually my task is to make you understand a local and a global variables. I hope you know about these things also. Any idea about local and global variables?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is that?
Yes,
What?
sir.
Yeah.
Variables declared inside the function
Hmm.
is called as local, and
Hmm.
outside the function, I mean above the function,
Hmm.
can be called as a global value variable.
Okay, and what is the purpose? What is the
Uh,
purpose?
Global variables can be used anywhere, sir, but the local variables can be used within the function.
Okay, that means the scope of that variable is inside that particular function where they are declared. While in case
Yes,
of
sir.
global variables, the scope is throughout the program, and we can use that particular variable throughout the program or anywhere in the program. Okay, so yes, she's correct. For example, here I'm using a code. I declare a variable that is x equal to awesome. Okay, x equal to awesome, and then I defined a method. Okay, I defined a method can be anything. If I do change a name, if I write like bvrt, okay, so def, this is a keyword which we need to write in order to define a method, and then by a rounded bracket, followed by the rounded brackets and then colon. Okay, so a function name can be anything, depends upon you. This is user defined function, and then you are writing print python as, okay, plus x, that means no, whatever the value of this is also a string, and I'm going to concatenate it. So python is awesome, print I'm learning it, I will be expert soon, in I'm just saying in 2 months, just writing just simple statements, print statements. So you told me that we need to call the function or a method. Okay, so here with the help of def, I'm defining a function, writing some block of statements. Okay, some statements written, so it's a block actually. It's a block, and after that I need to call this function, else if I will not been calling this function, nothing will happen. Okay, so calling is mandatory. Okay, so if I run this code, you can see that let me change the name, bvrt. Okay, so here is the output. Python is awesome. I'm learning it. I'm an expert in etc. etc. What has been written inside the function. Okay. So here this x equal to awesome is a global variable. Now, if I define two different functions in this example, what I did, df anahit one. Okay. ab equal to 10. So as told that any variable declared inside a function is a local variable. Okay, and any variable that is declared outside a function, that is a global. So I have defined one function and declared a variable ab equal to 10. I'm going to print its value, and I'm printing one more value, that is ac. AC is not been declared here inside this function. Let us check another function, anahit 2, in which I declared another variable ab equal to 10, ac equal to 15. I'm going to print both of these values. Okay, and I'm calling function 1 and I'm calling function 2 also. Now the point is, here if I do call these methods or functions, AC, which I'm trying to print here in the function 1, it's not declared here. Okay, and if I run, obviously it will put me an error, because the reason is AC is not defined. It will say AC is not defined. Okay, so if any variable not defined inside the function, if you're trying to print its value, definitely it's gonna give you an error. However, this will not be in the case if I'm just going to call unhide 2. This will not the case. Okay, if I just make it as a comment, and if I do run this uh, only the function, that is unhide 2, then it will going to print me ab value also and ac value also, both the values. Okay, but here I need to check out for that. However, if I would say like this, ac equal to 20, if I say like this, and don't make it as a comment, just undo the comment, and now call them here, it will pick the value of AC as a global variable. So value of AC as a global variable is 20. Now this time there will be no error. It will print 10 and the 20. Okay, value is 10. Python is whatever I have written here. Python is 20. Then what will happen? Here the value of AC is 15. At global variable I declared it as 20. But while printing, it print the value as 15. It is not taking the value of global variable, it's taking the value of a local variable, AC, with the same name. However, if I print outside, print AC, it will still be the 20. It will not change. It will still be the 20. So inside the function with the same name, same variable name, it is 15. Outside the function, it is 20. And if I want to use it inside a method, it will be 20 if it has been not declared here. Okay, so this is the case. So we are just trying to experiment what are the possibilities with the variables. That's what we are doing. Okay, so again, I declared a variable x equal to 20. That is a global variable. I defined a method. Okay, anahit 1. Okay, and a variable ab equal to 10. And I wrote y equal to x plus ab. Y equal to x plus ab. So x is 20, and this will not give you any error. 20 will be added to 10, that will be 30, and we are going to print the value of y. So this is a local variable, this is a global variable, this is how we are going to operate on them. Now the next, what I'm trying to do here in this case, ac equal to 15, y equal to ac plus x. AC plus x. Okay, again, this will also not create any issue, and it will going to print you the value of y again. Okay, so this code will run perfectly, no issues here. Okay, fine. So these are just a simple concepts related to the local variable and a global variables. Now let us proceed with the arithmetic operations. Now with the methods, for example, if I need to find the arithmetic operators operations on the two variables, this is the task. So I declared two variables, that is num1 and the num2. I took its value. However, I can ask from the user also. You very well know that num1 equal to int enter input, enter the value of num1. Then again, this is what you can do, but here I'm giving the value of the variables. And now here I created a method that is called as arithmetic, and I'm performing add, difference, multiplication, and the division. This is what I'm going to do. So I took different four variables and performed all these operations over it, and I could have printed all these values here also. I could have printed all these values here also on a separate lines. This is what I can also do here. Okay, however, I made a comment over it. And in next, I printed everything in a single line. Print addition, add, difference, comma, diff, multiplication, mul, division, and this is what I did on a single line. Okay, so it depends upon you whether you want to print them on a different lines, or whether you want to print them on a single line. Okay, so arithmetic method I created, perform arithmetic operations, took different variables, and here I called this method, and this is the result which I got. Okay, so this is quite simple. Now the next, let us have some twist, and I hope we have covered this thing also, but let us rewind it. Let us just declared a variable x equal to awesome. I defined a method, my function x equal to fantastic. Now x is having two values. As a global variable, it is having awesome. As a local variable, it is having fantastic. And we have seen above that when we are going to call this method, and if the same name variable has been declared inside the method, then it is going to take the local variable value. Okay, so if I will call this method and use print statement inside it, it's gonna print me Python is fantastic. But when I'm going to use the print method outside, then it is going to give me the result as Python is awesome. Okay, so there will be no overlapping of the variables. Global doesn't mean that it will overtake a local variable. Okay, so I hope this code has also been clear to you. If you are having any doubt, you can please let me know. Okay, you can interrupt me anytime. Now, again, just have some twist. Sir, what will happen if any variable that is declared inside a function and I want to make it as a global? It's quite clear, sir. If you declared anything above the function, it is global automatically. Okay, it's by default. But what will happen if I want to make any variable declared inside a method to be as a global? What should be done? For that purpose, Python has given you a keyword that is called as a global. Okay, you can use a global keyword. Okay, so here in this case, I declared that your variable x equal to 101, and we are defining a function here, that is my function. And here I made x equal to global x, and I'm printing x equal to fantastic and print python s. Okay, so now what will happen? What will happen? This variable has become global. I can use this variable outside also from the function. Okay, but right now at present, since the value of x is fantastic inside this method and I'm printing python is, so it's giving me python is fantastic. This is what it's giving me. Okay, I made a comment over this particular line. I made a comment over this particular line. Let me copy this code again and help you in checking that what will be the output next if I uncommented it. If I uncommented it. Now, please, can you suggest me what could be the output, because x is 101 as a global variable and you have declared x again as a global variable inside a function and assign its value as x equal to fantastic. Now, is there a clash between the values 101 and a fantastic? Because here it will definitely print the fantastic because it's inside the method. What will be the output here? What do you think? Any suggestion? What will be the output here if I run this code? Whether it is fantastic or whether it is 101, because now both the variables are global.
Python is fantastic will be printed, sir.
Okay, it will print fantastic. What made you to think like that?
I think 101 will be replaced by the fantastic, as we have declared above. It is a global variable.
Okay, that means the initial global variable which we have declared above 101, it has been replaced now with a fantastic. This is what your suggestion is. So let me run this code, and output is as what she said, that is python is fantastic for this also, and python is fantastic for this also. Okay, now the value of global variable will be assigned as fantastic. It doesn't matter what you did with it above. Okay, now the value has been changed. Okay, and python is interpreting now the variable x as this only, not this one. Okay, so both the statements has been written or printed as python is fantastic. Okay, so this is the importance of global. Now what will happen if I'm going to perform like a code like this? No outside declaration, just make a variable def my function global x is fantastic, and use another function. Use another function def my function 1. Okay, and just declare a variable y equal to awesome, and perform addition z equal to x plus y. See, now x is global now. So can we use it inside another function? That is, I created one more function, that is function 1, my function 1. Okay, and I'm using it inside this function, and let me print the value of z. Print a z. Okay, just print z. I'm calling these two, my function and my function 1. Let me call these two, and just make it as a comment. I'm not asking about. Okay, let me run this code. So here it is. Not x, it should be z. Okay. So if any variable declared global inside any function, now it is global. Okay, and you can use inside that variable inside to any other method also. Then I did use x is global now, used inside any other method, and it has been performing the operation. I got the result as python is fantastic and fantastic awesome. I perform concatenation. This can also be possible, okay, with the python. But only the difference is if you declare any variable outside the methods, this is an auto process by default. Here we are putting a stress on the interpreter. Python interpreter, that kindly consider now this variable x as a global. There's a special use of a global keyword. Okay, though we are seeing that, sir, operations are same for both of them. Yes, they are. But now we are commanding, instructing. This there is no by default process. We are now there is an instruction given to the interpreter. You need to consider it as a global variable. Okay, now let's proceed ahead. Um, in a very simple way, I again defined a method, that is add, and I took the variables a equal to 20, b equal to 30. I perform addition over it, c equal to a plus b. I printed the sum of a and b. Okay, and I called this method here, and obviously the sum is 50. I guess this is a very easy code for you guys to understand. Now, uh, this is again we have discussed above also. Declared a variable 101, defined a method, make this variable as a global, printed the value of it. Okay, and now again I declared a variable with the same thing. Not declared, I just assigned a value to it, and then again I am printing it. So what happened here? uh, Initially my global variable is 101. Inside the method, I again created a global variable with the same name x, and I printed its value without any assignment. I printed its value. Okay, and then in the later case, I assigned some value to it, welcome to Python programming, and then again I'm printing the value of x and calling this method, main function. I'm calling this method. Okay, so if I run this code, I found that value of variable x is 101. I again declared it as a global. Doesn't matter if I print the value of x. If I print the values of x, it is printing this value. It is printing this value. And if I now in the next, if I declare its variable, its value, if I assign its value, now the value of 101 will not be used again. It will not be used again. Now the new value of x will be welcome to Python programming. So anywhere you are going to print it, it will print the same. Welcome to Python programming, whether it is inside, whether it is outside, whatsoever. However, if you are initially printing its value, print x, without assigning any value to the x, making it global also, it's going to print you this value. Okay, so these are some changes we are trying to do in the code, and just try finding that, okay, if this thing happens, this is a result, and this thing happens, this is a result. Okay, now next. Okay, we can use del operator. Not it's not an operator, it's a keyword, del. Okay, and delete a variable using del. So del is something, it's evergreen. Okay, you can use del with most of the either it is with a variable, or either it is your any other data kind of data structures whatsoever. You can use del and simply delete. You can delete object also with del. Okay, so x equal to 6 and printing the value of x. Okay, it is 6, I am using del x. So this variable is deleted. Now if you try to print it again, if you're going to print x, no, it will not give you the result. Reason is, now there is nothing like x, it's deleted, so it's a name error. You can't print a deleted variable. Okay, so I can delete a variable using del. Okay, now next, uh, if someone asks you, sir, how much is the range of the value a variable in Python can possess? How many digits? Sir, 10 digit, 20 digits, or 30 digits. Sir, how many digits I can assign a value to a variable? See, check how much values I have given. How much is the range of this value? I guess there are near about 30 zeros are here. Okay, and if I increase one more zero in front of you, okay, two zeros. Okay, and let me run this code. Still, it's going to give me the result. So a variable is having in a variable in Python has a good storage capacity. We are not restricted here at this moment, because I'm giving far enough, very huge, means it's a big number. Okay, and still it's performing addition, a equal to a plus 1, and it's giving you the value, correct result. However, in case of C, C++, Java, no. Okay, so it will not going to give you this kind of result. But in case of Python, we can store large numbers, not large, very very large numbers also we are storing in case of Python. Okay, now next. If okay, we used print statement now. Print a, that means with the one rounded brackets. If you are using two rounded brackets, then also it's going to print a. If you're using three rounded brackets, four rounded brackets, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, no, doesn't matter. It's going to print you the same always. It's going to print you the same always. Okay, so this doesn't make any sense. One rounded or two rounded. It's going to print you the value of a, that is 5. Okay, now in programming, data type is an important concept. We did discussed about the data type in the previous class, and I told you that there is a type, and type is a set of values or the items which are present in it. And if I pick a value or item from that particular type and I check that particular data, what exactly, it's called as a data type. Okay, so data type in every of the programming language, it keeps importance. In case of Python, variable, I already told you that what variables are, because they are used to store the values of different types. Okay, so in Python we are having various data types, and these are respectively the categories for them. Okay, for example, text type. For text type, I'm going to take the strings. Okay, str, we have already seen about the strings. That means we do write them in a single quote, or either we do write in a double quote. Doesn't makes any difference. Numeric types can be int, float, and the complex. Okay, we have seen int and the float. In the next segment, I'm going to talk about the complex thing also. Okay, in sequence types, that means sequences. I hope you know about the arrays. You know what array?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
what do you mean by an
Yes,
array?
sir.
Okay, can you please explain me?
Array is about
A
store.
collection of similar data collection of single data type.
Okay, collection of
Similar
similar
data
types
type.
of okay, so similar types of data types. Okay, fine. And how the values are stored in arrays? How the values are stored? Are they in a contiguous memory locations, or discontiguous?
Contagious, sir.
Contiguous memory allocation, similar type of data type. Okay, so can't we change that the values which are stored in arrays dissimilar? Can't we make them dissimilar? Is it mandatory? It is compulsory that it should be of the similar type only? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you are talking about the C++ programming, and I think Java programming, where the concept relies on that arrays are it's a collection of similar type of similar data type and a similar contiguous memory allocations. The values are stored of, and they are of similar in nature, similar data type in nature. However, if we move ahead in different programming languages, here also, if I talk about the sequencer types, that is list, tuple, and the range. Okay, we can have a list of different types of values. We can have a tuple of different types of values, and range is something from which starting to which end we can give the values. Okay, so here we are having set also, we are having dictionaries also ahead. Okay, so sequence types in which the elements are stored in a sequence. Okay, and as I asked you, array, that means where the elements are stored in a sequence, in a contiguous memory location, though they are of same type. Okay, that's what we have studied in the C++ programming languages. Okay, here in Python we'll discuss about the list, tuple, range, mapping type. Mapping type means we are having a key value pair. So this is actually a dictionary. Okay, mapping, dictionary. So we are having a key value pair. Set types, that means we are having a set and a frozen test. Set, you very well know, sir. We are having curly braces, and we did study about the set in maths also. Okay, elements separated by comma under a curly braces. Okay, so set theory, some of the it's one of the important topic in maths. So same here also, set. Boolean values, that is 0 and 1. Okay, and then binary types, bytes, byte array, memory view. This is related to the memory. Okay, and there is one more, none type. None type, nothing, null, empty. Okay, this is also data type. I hope void is one of the data type in your basic programming languages also. So here in case of Python, it is none. So these are some data types in the Python programming language. We will study them one by one. Let's proceed ahead with the numerics. Okay, because I had already talked to you about the str string. In case of numeric, we did talk about the int and float. Complex. See, complex number, we very well know that it consists of imaginary part also. None of the programming language I have seen that which includes this kind of feature, but Python does. Okay, so in Python, we are having a representation of complex number also. If I do write x equal to 4 plus 5j, j is an imaginary part. Okay, so 5 is present on imaginary axis. Okay, so here, x is a real part, 5 is an imaginary part. Okay, and let's make the things very simple. X equal to 4 plus 5j, and if I print print x print x. See, this is a complex number, but I'm just trying to let you know that whether this statement written has been correct or not. Do we need to perform any modifications or not? Okay, no need. It is 4 plus 5g as it is. This is a complex number. Now, what next I did? If I do talk about a list is written in a square brackets. Okay, for example, this is a list. Elements separated by comma. It's not necessary. I using integer values also. I can use here float values also. I can use here string also. It's a combination, a collection of all kinds of values. And here next is a tuple. Tuple has been written in the rounded brackets. Okay, in the rounded brackets. Same here also. It can be integer value also. It can be a float value also. It can be anything. This is what I can do. Next one is a range 0 to 10. Okay, so 0 to 10, what does it means? That means starting from 0 till 9. Starting from 0 till 9, the last value has been eliminated. Okay, so it will be from 0 to 9. While using for loop and all this stuff, we are going to use a range. Okay, now if I do talk about a dictionary, see, dictionary is like this in this particular form. It's a key value pair. So a is a key, one is a value. So it's been written like this: colon key colon value. Okay, so a is a key and one is a value. B is a key, two is a value, separated by comma. So this is the dictionary. Okay, and this is how we use a set. This is an empty set. Okay, if I put a value like this, 1 comma 2 comma 3, this is a set of 3 items. Okay, here I printed a set created with the 5 elements. Okay, and here is your dictionary, and I told that it is a key value pair. That means I am taking here a key as a and the value as 1. So if I need to access or print the values of these, so I'm just, if I print x, it will print the complete dictionary. And if I'm going to print the value for your key, that is a, so just I need to write x a, it will print you 1, and if I do write like xb, it will print you 2. As I did ask you about the arrays, and you very well know about that there is an indexing in case of array. That's why I told you that there is a contiguous memory location indexing. You very well know about that, isn't it? Indexing in case of arrays.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whatever be the value present at that particular index position, that will be printed. Similarly, here in case of dictionaries, whatever be the key value you are going to give here in the square bracket, so this is called as an index. You will know. Or either in other terms, in case of C++ programming, we are going to call it as a subscript thing. Okay, so here this is an indexing. Okay, so x index just a, it will going to print you 1, and this will going to print you 2. Okay, now next, fine, let us check here. C equal to 1 plus 3j, a complex number. If I going to print you the value of what is C, definitely it will print you 1 plus 3j. If I'm going to check what is the type of C, it's give you class complex. Previously it was just like for the integer, and it is for the this is the float class. Now this is a complex class. Okay, complex class. Okay, now if I'm going to check whether this is a complex or not, okay, so C is a complex number is instance. I'm using is instance method to check whether this is a complex or not. Okay, so yes, uh, C is a complex number. This is what this statement has been printed, and the result is true. Yes, it is a complex number. Okay, so I just use is instance here to check a complex number. Okay, the very simple terms. um, if I need to convert any number, as you have seen the typecasting, if I need to convert anything into a complex, that means I need to add imaginary part to it. So if I declare x equal to 5, a equal to 67.89, and if I say y equal to complex x, so complex x will be like what? 5. See, value of x is 5. Now I need to add a imaginary part to it. So here I'm going to do 5 plus 0j. Okay, since there is no value, so it will add 0 from its own side. 5 plus 0j. And the next thing is, if I am going to perform the same part with the floating thing, so 67.890j, this is also a complex number. Okay, just add 0j with the number, convert it into complex. Fine. Okay, string. Again, in case of strings, I declared a variable, my name Nirmal, and if I do print it, it will print it completely. But the point is, if I'm going to look out for a character, so here also the same thing as that of the concept you told me about the arrays, sir. They are present at the index positions. So at the 0th index position, n is been present. At the 1th index position, I is present. Second index position, 2 is present. And here, remember, indexing starts from 0. You know about this fact. For any programming language, whether you are working with C, C++, Java, Python, whatever you are doing, indexing starts from 0. Okay, so the character which is present at 0 and 0th index is n. Okay, if there are 5 or 6 characters are here, so we are having from 0 to 5. Okay, so this is how you can print character by accessing them with respect to the index positions. Okay, now let us proceed ahead with something more. str1, I said hello Nirmal. str2, how are you? You can see that how I have written, there is a space, there is a white space here in case of str2. And I'm performing slicing. Do you know what the slicing in Python? Slicing.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, what we do in slicing?
Yes, sir.
What we do in
Print up to
slicing?
a certain range.
You are taking some part of the value from the given or original value. Okay, so if I do say str1, I'm having hello space and my name I put here, and I'm using 0 colon 2, 0 colon 2. So 0 is h, na? 0th index position h is stored. E is stored at 1th index position. And 2. See, always, whether you are going to take anything, the last value is not been considered. Okay, so 2 is not considered. Only you are going to print the values from the index position 0 till 2, excluding 2. This is the concept. So 0 and 1 will be printed. So index position 0, h is there. Index position 1, e is there. Just he. He is the output. Okay. If I would say str4, so at the fourth position 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, o is there. O is printed. Okay. Now in case if I do write like this, str asterisk 2, str asterisk 2, that means it will gonna print the string twice. It will print string twice. Okay, so star 2 twice. Hello Nirmal, hello Nirmal. Okay, if I take asterisk 3 thrice, it will going to print 3 times. Hello Nirmal, hello Nirmal, hello Nirmal. Okay, and now I can perform concatenation also. String 1 plus string 2. Printing the concatenation of these two. Okay, so here is the output. And if I going to print str to 0th index position, at 0th index position, here you can see there is a white space. There is a white space, so nothing is printed. Or I would say white space is printed, but it's not been visible here. Okay, so this is how you can perform the operation multiplication. It will make twice or thrice. Let's proceed ahead. Okay, I think z equal to 1j, it's a complex number. If I do print its type, it's going to give you the complex thing. Okay, so I think we have already covered this part. Okay, we can perform addition of complex numbers as we did in the maths also. Okay, so real part will be added to the real part and imaginary part will be added to the imaginary part. The same concept has been applied here also in case of programming. 1 plus 2j, 4 3 plus 4j, so z equal to x plus y, that is 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 4 is 6, so 4 plus 6j. Okay, now type conversion. Type conversion, x is integer, y is float, z is complex. So I can convert integer to float, I can convert float to integer, I can convert integer to complex. This any kind of changes can be done, and later on you can check the type also, you can print them, and you can perform the operation accordingly. You can do from your end. Now what will happen, there could be a case if I write like this: x equal to 1 and y equal to 2 plus 3j, and if I'm going to add x plus y, what do you think, what could be the result? Print it. What could be the result? Because x is an integer, y is complex, and I want to add integer with a complex number. What do you think, what's your idea? Can this be added or not added? What do you think? Any suggestion? We have seen that we can add complex to complex. Here there is an integer to complex. What do you think? What output should be? Is there any?
Maybe it will be an error, sir, because their data types are different.
Mm-hmm.
One is integer and other is
Yeah,
complex.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
firstly, we should convert x into an complex part.
Okay, so there is no possibility that this is an integer and this is also a real part. So can these two be added and I'm going to get the result as 3 plus 3j? Let me run this code. Isn't it? What happened? I just put a logic from.
One can be written as 1 plus 0 j. So
No. Here there is no 1 plus 0j. Here there is no 1 plus 0j. Okay, yeah, 1 x equal to 1, this is just only an integer type, not a complex type. And this is a complex type. Okay, but still, I thought that why shouldn't we perform this kind of addition? Integer plus complex number addition. Okay, and it did. A suggestion came, sir, there could be an error because we can't add a integer to the complex number. But what I thought is a real part can be added to the real part. Okay, and yes, it gave me the result 3 plus 3j. It did. Okay, so this is one of the case which I thought to be discussed. Now, in case of Python, we are having a random module also, random library or random whatever you can say. So random import random. See, do you know about this import statements? Import statements. I hope you have already. You told me, sir. We did study NumPy. So import there, na? Import was there. Import statements.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what does this import do?
It
It
helps us
invokes
import
that
the
state.
packages from the libraries.
Okay, so it imports or access the library, whatever be the name has been there. So I'm taking the random library, okay, from the Python and performing an operation rand range. Okay, so random dot rand range, and I'm taking between minus 30, whatever be the values, any random value between that will be printed. This is what I'm going to do. Okay, so random was been mentioned above, so I just used this code block for the purpose. Okay, so random range, and any random value between these two has been printed. Okay, generating the random numbers. Random is used to generate the random numbers. This is what it's been done. Okay, now next, all this we have checked. Typecasting values. Okay, this has been done. For accessing the values at a particular location with respect to indexing, this is also done. Okay, this has been done. Now iteration, simple for loop, I'm going to use it here. Iteration. Okay, iteration, that means um, what does this iterate means? Iteration, what do you think?
Repeat.
You repeat, okay. Repetition, okay. So how many kinds of this repetition or iteration you have used in your programming language? How many types of the iterations you know? Not only talking about this programming language, any other programming language also. What is your idea? I hope you have used something this kind iterations. Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah, please tell me. How many types of iterations you have seen?
Loops,
Ah,
for
yeah, loop, yeah,
loops we
looping,
have
yeah, obviously iteration, it's a
While
loop.
loop,
Yeah, while loop, okay.
while
While loop.
do loop, for
Do
loop.
while loop, okay. And for loop, okay. So here in case of Python, I'm available with for loop and a while loop. The one thing you said, sir, do while. So if I just make the things clear, for loop, all these loops having a different syntax, but they have some meaning. If I do talk about for in case of C programming, I do write like this: for I equal to 0, I is less than an I plus plus, something like that. And I write the statements inside that particular loop until the condition is there, true, satisfied. The loop will going to execute, and when the condition gets false, and it's going to exit from it. Okay, while loop is called as entry control loop. Okay, and each and every loop is having some significance. Okay, why they have been made, for which reason they have been made for. Okay, so these loops, for example, if I talk about while, and you go to the ATM, and you are inserting the password, or either you are using any of your social media or something like that, you are trying to insert your the password or something like that. If it is matches, then only you are going to get entry into the system, else you will not get any entry into the system. So they have been defined for some purpose. So while loop is an entry control loop. If the condition is true, initially it is checked, then only it will permit you to go inside. While in case of do while loop, it is exit control loop. One time the loop will definitely execute. Okay, and then at the last condition is checked. If the condition is true, then you are going to continue, and if it's not been true, you are going to exit. So do while is exit control, while loop is entry control, and for loop is a general iterative loop. Okay, in case of Python, I'm available with the for loop and the while loop. There is no do. Okay, so here I use a simple for loop. I written for x in banana. Okay, and print x. So it will print each and every character which is present in banana. Very simple for loop I'm using here. For x in banana, it's string. Okay, now if I do write like this: for I in welcome to Python programming, print I. Here it will print each and every character which is present in Python programming. Welcome to Python programming. Every character has been printed. Simple. Okay. Here I already told you about this example for x in any string, and going to print each and every character. Now we will study about these loops ahead with different examples. Okay, just it came into right now in the lecture, so I explained. But I will elaborate it further. If I need to find the length of a string, because we are right now studying the strings, if I need to find the length of a string, so here it is hello world exclamation. The length is 13. each and every character, special character, whatsoever, white space whatsoever has been present here has been calculated. So HELLO 5 comma 6, white space 7, W8, O9, and so on. 10, 11, 12, 13 till explanation. So it is 13. Everything has been counted here inside the string. Length is 13. So using length method, we can find the length of a string. Okay. So whatever the thing is, my name I put and find it, find the length. Now, next case. There is a keyword also in Python. Okay. What does it do? If I write a string like the best things in life are free, for example, the best things in life are free. We always feel, na, if something is free now, okay, this is the best option. Okay, but actually it is not sure about this. Okay, anyways, so the best things in life are free. If I do write like this, print free in txt, what is it doing? I declared a variable txt, and I'm saying that its value is the best things in life are free exclamation, and I'm checking that free is present in txt or not. If it is present, it is giving you or it is printing you a boolean value true. If it is not present, it will print you false. There is a boolean value, it's going to print you. For example, in the next statement we can see this is a Python class, and I'm saying that print Java in statement, it is going to give you false. The result is false. Okay. Now next, let us consider this. Sir, I don't want to have, sir, this boolean result, sir. I want to have some customized results. I want to print the results according to my choice. So let us have some customization. Statement, this is a Python class. If Python in statement, if Python is statement, now I'm using if with in, if and in, I'm using these two keywords. So if Python in statement, print yes, Python is present in the statement. Okay, so this is a customized statement which I'm going to use here. Okay, so as the statement was true, so obviously you got the result. Next, again, this is a Python class, is Java in statement, nothing is printed. Why nothing is printed? The reason is the condition got failed. The condition got failed, though your structure of the code is correct. Though your structure of code is correct, that's why nothing has been printed. No error came also. In case you would have used the else statement, here you have used the else statement. So this is a Python class, if Java in statement, okay, but this condition is false, so else condition is printed. No, Java is not present in the statement. This is what happened. Okay. Now next, um here also the same thing. I used if and in the txt with in a combination. Okay, I can take any variable. Here it has been taking as a txt, same thing which I did explain above. There is one more combination that is called as not in. If you are using in, there is not in also. Okay, what happens in a not in? I took a variable, assign its value, the best things in life are free. Okay, print expensive not in txt. Expensive not in txt. Okay, yes, expensive is not in txt. True. Boolean value. And if I use like this, best not in txt. False. False. Why? Because best is present in the txt and you are using not in the txt. So it will be print you false. Okay, I can use with the if combination also. For example, if I can say if expensive not in txt, print no, expensive is not present. Yes, this condition is true. So the print statement has been printed here. Okay. However, I can use a combination with else also. And if best not in the txt but best is present, so here else statement will be printed. Yes, best is in or present. Whatever you have written here in the print statement has been printed. Okay, so in and not in, you can use them in the combination with if also, and with without that if also. Okay, a free form also with a print statement. Okay, Now, input, I have already told you that how to take the input. Okay, if I am going to take simply using input method, input enter a value, so it will going to give me an string. But if I'm going to use int and the float, so you can enter the integer and the float value from the user. So this is how I can take the input from the users. Okay, fine. Next thing. Okay, so here if I'm say x enter a value, y enter a value. Okay, and I'm performing z equal to x plus y, and if I'm going to print the result as z, it gave me 12 13. The reason is same. 12, though you are writing it as a numerical value, but it is actually not a numerical, it is a string value. Okay, because as I told, if you just simply write input enter first value, if I do write like this, it is obviously of string type. Okay, so here the result is 12 13. String values are there, not 12 plus 13 25. Okay, but if I do take int here, int input first value, second value, whatsoever, and next if I perform the addition, it's going to give me 25. This is the real addition. I can do this thing with a float also. Okay, float method, and take the floating point values. So it doesn't matter whether you are going to give the input as 12 or 14 or whatsoever, it will take it as 12.0 and 14.0. It doesn't harm you. It can take the floating point, it convert automatically into also into float. Okay, and the result is 26.0 for the addition. Okay, now program to check the input type. See, we have already done some codes related to it, so how, what is the type, so it doesn't make so much hard and fast, and it's very easy. Just put the type and you're going to get the type, whether it is integer, float, or string whatsoever. Okay, fine. Let us try to understand split method. Okay, now this program is to show how to use multiple input using split. In one line only, I need to enter the values. Okay, not I didn't want to write enter the value of x, then I don't need to write enter the value of y, enter the value z. No, in one line itself, I need the inputs. Okay, so how to do, what to do? For example, if I need to take the two inputs at one time, so I declared x comma y, x comma y, this is equal to input enter two values dot split, split method. So split method is used for splitting the values, separating the values x and the y. Okay, and then you can print these values. The number of boys are x and number of girls are y, and that's it. Print is this, just a simple print, nothing else. You can take three inputs whatsoever, two input, three input, four input, whatever you want to take, you can. Okay, so here you are taking dot split, just with the dot split, x comma y comma z equal to input, and just write in dot split has been used. Okay, and the point is if I need to custom print, see here, here I did printed x and printed y and printed z. Okay, so automatically whatever be the input, whatever the values input for the x and y z, they will be printed. Now here I did a change. Print first number is curly brace, second number is curly braces, dot format ab, dot format. Format is used for substitution, pace holders. Actually these are pace holders, pace holder. Okay, so format a comma b, it is used for the substitution. Okay, and it will print a will be given here, b will be given here. Okay, so the first number is whatever you have inputted for the a, it will be printed, and whatever you have inputted for the b, it will be printed. However, if you can change the formatting also, it's up to you. You can change the formatting, you can write format ba, so b will be printed here and a will be printed next. Okay, you can change the formats. So this is called as space holders. And now I hope, have you studied about the split, how to take the inputs in a single line itself? Have you studied this prior?
No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, so this is how you can take the inputs. If I want to save the lines, I don't want to, for example, there are many variables, so it's better just use the split. But the point is how to give it. But the point is how to give this particular. Let me help you in understanding. Just take input A and B and split. Okay, and let me print it here. Print A, comma B. Okay, because you can print them in one line also. Let me run this code. Enter two values. Enter two values. So if I write 12, then I need to give a space. Then I'm taking 13 and press enter. First value enter, then space, then second value enter. But in case if I let me run this code again, if I write 12 and here if I write 13, 12 and 13, enter, error. Remember, you have been asked for the two values, give them with a space, not just in a sequence. 12 and then no space and 13 definitely will give you error. Okay, not enough values to unpack. It means that okay, this is a single value only. For space it will be separated, split. Okay, so this is how you need to give the value. And here with the pace holder also I did explain. If I execute this code, okay, again I need to give the values A and B. I take 13, I take 14, and here I put a format B A. That means the first number will be printed here and the second number will be printed here. Let me press and enter. Okay, format A and B, curly braces. I need to use it here. Let me put for a quotation and finish it. Call fine. The first number is 14 and the second number is 13. You can change the order. It's up to you. Fine. Here also the same example has been present. But the point is curly braces are pace holders. Yes, any doubt, please let me know. Any doubt, please let me know.
No, sir.
Okay. See, curly braces are the pace holders. If you think, sir, can we try any other combination of the brackets? If you think so, it's not been possible. It will just simply print you the statement. The first number is this and the second number is this. Okay. And if you try, sir, can we use square brackets also? Copy and let me paste it here. Okay, so this is not a proper combination of the formatting. Okay, so absolutely not. Let me run this code. It will take the values, okay, and it will print as it is. For pace holders you need to use the curly braces. Okay, now next. Fine, I guess this is all we have discussed. In case now, again a question. You have given two values to the input, and if you are trying to use three pace holders, if you're trying to use three pace holders with the two values, definitely it will give you error. Replacement index out of range. Okay, so here you can't use multiple pace holders with the respective values. Only two values given, then two pace holders are used. Else there will be an error. Okay, now next. However, you can put some value from your end. Here what I did. Format B, comma A, comma 10. So what will happen? B will be given to the first value, A will be given to the second value, and 10 will be given to the third value. This is what you can do from your side. Okay. So in order to avoid the error which has been coming above, I used this thing. Okay, this concept. Now next, I hope this space holder thing will. It's been easier for you, easy thing for you to understand, and you got to know that how I can take the inputs in a single line also, without wasting the lines and writing enter a, enter b, enter c, and whatsoever. So how things are going till now? How things are going? Anyone or all of you? How things are going till far? Till far, we have studied this much concepts. Are you able to understand it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
See, we need to cover our Python programming language as per the schedule mentioned, as per the curriculum, the content I have given. Okay, so here in this training, you are going to get your Python strong, along with we are going to cover the libraries for the data science also, and then in the project session there will be something again, a new concepts when you are going to apply related to the projects. Okay, so that's why first, once our coding has been perfect, then when we are implementing the projects, when we are doing the projects, it will be easier for me also to explain you, and for you also to understand. Okay, so let us proceed ahead. In case if you have any doubt, or if you want to say something, you can unmute yourself, and you can please let me know. Okay, fine. So here I have used your slicing, and we did studied about it above with some examples. If I do write b equal to hello world 2 colon 5, it will start from the indexing 2, it will go till indexing 5 excluding 5, and it will give you the result as ll0. Okay, ll0. Why? Because second index is 2, third index is 3, fourth index is 0 or o. Okay, and the last thing is comma. So it's not been considered, it's a fifth place, no, not considered. Here if I don't give this starting point, and if I just give this ending point, so it will take your all the characters from the starting, from h e l l o. It will take all the characters from the starting, from 0 1 2 3 4, all the characters. Okay, and if I take like this 2 colon, so it will start from 0, and it will take all the remaining characters till the last, till the end. Okay, so it will be like h l l o comma and word, it will take everything. Okay, and next, negative slicing. Can anyone explain me how negative slicing works? Anyone can please explain negative slicing, how it's gonna work?
It prints
Last
values
letter
from the
starts
It's
with
backward.
us.
-1,
Okay,
sir.
last letter. So last is exclamation. What will be its index? Its index is
-1.
minus 1.
Minus
Minus
one,
1,
sir.
Minus
sir.
1.
Okay, good. So last one is minus 1, and I'm writing here minus 5 comma minus 2. Minus 5 comma minus 2. So this is minus 1, this is minus 2, this is minus 3, this is minus 4, this is minus 5. So minus 5 is 0, minus 4r, minus 3l, minus 2d, minus 1 exclamation. I took minus 2 here. Minus 2, where is this minus 2? Minus 2 is
D.
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 D,
D,
sir.
sir.
D, na? So, it will not be included, na? It will not be included here, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 0, oh, sorry, not 0, O, R, L. Minus 5, minus 4, minus 3. That's it. Minus 2 is excluded. Next, upper case and lower case, in Python is very easy, it's very flexible, because the reason is you did not have to put any logic here, you do not have to write a bigger code to explain any kind of concept. There is already predefined functions in Python. So for example, if I'm writing a equal to hello world, and I'm using a dot upper, So it will automatically convert each and every character into uppercase. And if I'm going to use lower, it will convert each and every character into lowercase. Okay. So nothing to perform any hard and fast coding here. And if I'm going to use strip method, strip, it strip will remove the white spaces which are present at the front and present at the last. It's going to put it down, stripping. Okay, so here in case of hello world, here is your white space, here is also your white space. It performs stripping, it removed the white spaces, and this is what the result you got, hello world. Okay, and now there is one more method, replace. I can replace the characters. How can I do this replacements? Just use a replace method, that's it. So a is your hello world. Okay, and I'm going to do a dot replace h by j. H by j. Okay, so now h is been j here. Okay, and that's it. Only one character I asked for the replacements, and it did replacement. And it's not been specific to a single character. No. For example, if I do take a big example, hello, my name is Nirmal, I'm from India, and I teach Python, etc. Whatever what statements you're writing, and if you want to replace I with a J, okay, everywhere where you can find I is here replaced, I is here replaced, here replaced. One more thing important: Python is case sensitive. If there is capital I, it will not replace. It will only replace a small I with the small j. The point should have to be clear. Everywhere where you can find a small I, it will replace, but not the capital I. Okay, so this is what we done here, and it's not mandatory that you can perform the replacement with I, J, and whatsoever. You can perform the replacement by anything written in the quotation. If I'm writing dash here, it will replace the particular thing with the dash also. Simple. And I did this with the dash replacements. Okay. The next method is splitting. Okay, how to perform the splitting? Uh, hello world, comma. There is a comma in between them. A dot split. If I found comma anywhere in my string, split it. Okay, so in the first instance itself, it found comma here. So hello is separated, world is separated. Okay, and if I would say I want to split, it depends upon you. By which character, by which special character, by what thing you want to perform the splitting. It's your choice. Okay, if I would say I need to split with a white space. Okay, so here hello white space world, splitting has been performed. Hello is separated and world is separated. It depends upon you how you can split. And in case here you can see hello world, then you gave a space and then exclamation mark, then it will all remain same. Exclamation is splitted from it. Okay, in case if in your statements there are multiple comma, okay, here is also comma, here is also comma, okay, and you want to say sir perform splitting, it will split everywhere where it's been found as a comma. In the first case it found comma, splitted hello, then again it moved forward, again it found a comma, okay, splitted this thing, and so on. So splitting can be done, and you very well know that we have used this split while taking what arguments or or your variables in a single line. We have used a split method. Okay, so for that reason we took a white space. I wrote na x dot y equal to input, enter the value of x and y, and a dot split. Okay, so I was taking the white space for there. Here also with the white spaces, if I do write like hello and all these things, whether we are finding any, and it's up to your choice how you are going to split the values. With comma, semicolon, white space, whatsoever, it's your choice with any character. Okay, now next, format method. Format. if I declare a variable age equal to 36, txt my name is John and I am placeholder. I just put a placeholder here. Print txt dot format age. So wherever it found a placeholder, wherever it found a placeholder, it will replace that placeholder with the value. Okay, here I replaced the placeholder with 36. Okay, and if I say like this, my name is John and I am 36. My weight is also just use a placeholder here and full stop. Okay, and just I'm trying to check what will happen next. Okay, a replacement index 1 out of range for the positional tuple. That means there is one placeholder which is having one value for the formatting. Okay, and you are using multiple here, it will give you error. Okay, now if I say age, what will happen? Let's see, let me run the code. Now done. So just in format, I hope you have already used the format also above for the replacements. Okay, and we can change the order also. I told you, for example, quantity 3, item number, and the price. 3 variables declared with the values, and here I am using them with the 3 placeholders. And this is what the order in which I am giving: quantity, item number, price. This is the order for which I am giving. So it will, as per the order, the placeholder will be filled. Okay. However, you can change the statements and you can change the order also. Okay, so here this is 0th location, this is 1th location, and this is 2nd location. Here also indexing is there in case of formatting: 0th, 1th, and the 2nd. Okay, so as per the indexing, I told what I told: pay 2. So 2 will be this thing, price. Okay, how? At the 2nd index position. So 2 will be here, then item number is having the 1th index position, it will be present here, and this will be 0th index position, that is the quantity, it will be present here. So you can give the index also. Okay, so this is how placeholders can be used in your programming for the replacement of the values. Now any doubt till any doubt?
No, sir.
Are you finding it easy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so have you studied about the placeholder thing also? Have you studied about
Not
these?
this week.
Okay, you haven't studied.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, fine. Anyways, now we will proceed ahead with the next segment of code. Okay, and I am sharing the code with you all. Okay, just a second. So you can practice that, and here we are discussing at the codes initially. Okay, so just a second. All right, so the code book has been mailed to you all. Okay, you can download it and you can open it now. So we will proceed ahead with that code book. You can check your mails for that. All right, so here it is. uh, in the previous code book also, we have performed arithmetic operations. Okay, and we did define a function for performing this operation. Here in this particular segment, we are going to study about the operators which are present in the Python. We have seen the variable declaration, we have done a lot related to the strings. Okay, and now in this case we are going to study about what are the various operators which are used in the Python. Let's get started with the arithmetic operators first. Okay, so in case of arithmetic operators, we are having plus, minus, multiplication, division, floor, modulo, power, all this stuff. Okay, so if I say a equal to 9, b equal to 4, a plus b, okay, fine, 13, a minus b, that is 9 minus 4, 5, a into b, 4 nines are 36, a 9 divided by 4, 9 divided by 4, this is your, if it has been floating type. Okay, so this will be float value. Okay, so 9 by 4 is 2 point something. Okay, now what is this floor division? Anyone knows about the floor division?
Yes,
Floor.
sir.
What is it?
Yes.
It rounds to it only gives the integer value,
No,
sir.
okay, integer value. Which integer value? Means upper cutoff or lower cutoff? See, there are two
Sorry,
things.
sir.
See, there are two things. Floor and the
Lower
seal.
cuts.
There are two things. Floor and the seal. Do you know about the seal?
No, sir.
Okay. See,
Yes, sir.
floor. See, floor is the lower value. Lower most. For example, if I do ask you, what is the floor of 2.5? You will say, sir,
2,
2. Okay, 2 integer value.
2.
And if I say, what is the seal of 2.5?
0.5,
No, it's 3.
5.
3. Seal means ceiling, chat. Here in Hindi, it's called as, the ceiling. Okay, so if you are having any value 2.5, so the floor, that is the, name itself says, floor in which, on which we are sitting right now. So floor is a minimum value. So the floor value of 2.5, that is a minimum of 2.5 is 2. And the maximum of 2.5, that particular thing is 3. Seal. So this value 2.5 is between 2 and 3. Okay, so if I would say floor division, so a floor division has been done by 2 slash. Okay, and it will give you the value 2 here, and obviously, as you said, it's true, it's an integer value. It is going to give you the integer value, and it will not take consider the floating point. Okay, next one is the modulo, percentage. It will give you the remainder. If 9 divided by 4, the remainder is 1, so it will give you the remainder value. And if I'm going to take the power by double asterisk sign, so 4 to the 9 to the power 4, if I just writing a double asterisk 4, so 9 to the power 4, whatever be the value is, 6561. 6561. And here I did explain 4 and the seal, 4 floor and the seal stuff. Floor is something, for example, I am having a value 2.01 also. If I'm having a value 2.01, if I say what is the floor of 2.01, it is 2, and the seal of 2.01 is 3. It doesn't matter you are having 2.01, or it doesn't matter you are having 2.99. The floor of 2.99 is 2, and the seal of 2.99 is 3. Okay, it doesn't matter what you are taking. Floor and seal is the minimum and the maximum cutoff for that particular value. Okay, let's proceed ahead. So this is arithmetic operator. I guess arithmetic is a very simple thing. There's no need to stress more on the arithmetic operators. Next one are the relational operators. Okay, relational. So just trying to have a relation between the variables. Again, I'm having a equal to 13, b equal to 33. If I say print a greater than b, okay, so this is greater than, this is smaller than, this is equal to is what kind of operator? What is the difference between equal to and equal to?
It
Equal to equal to
compares.
compares the two numbers are
Compares.
same or not.
Okay, it is a comparison operator. Okay, and yes,
Yes,
we are
sir.
yeah, equal to is a comparator, and equal to is assignment. Okay, so here we are comparing the values, and this is not equal to, okay, exclamation, this is greater than equal to, and this is less than equal to. Okay, so and it's the results which we are getting here are the booleans. Why? The reason is You're taking the value 13, 33. Okay, 13 is greater than 33, false. 13 is less than 33, true. Okay, so we are just printing the Boolean results here, nothing else. Okay, this is what happening here. So these are the relational operators. Most of the times using if conditional statements, we are using relational operators along with that. Okay, so this keeps importance with respect to the conditional operators, conditional thing. Now this is hello. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah, actually there was a power failure. Anyways, um, so this is the assignment and the comparator operators. Next one is the logical operators. Okay, and your logical operators, that is true, false. If I say A equal to true, B equal to false, and if I write A and B. Okay, so true and false uh is false. I hope you know about logic table. Okay, and or not operations. Because I guess in electricity it's been something important.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I say A and B, that means true and false is false. A or B, that means true or false is true, and not A. So A is true, na? So not is the opposite to true, that is false. Okay, so its result is false, true, and false. This is what we got here in case of logical operators. The next one are the bitwise operators. Okay, so bitwise, do you know about bit representation of the numbers? Do you have any idea about the bit representation? How to represent a number in the form of bits? Have you studied this thing, bits representation? If I would say I need to represent 10 in form of a bits, how can I do that?
One
In
zero
binary
one zero.
format.
Okay, let me use my whiteboard. Okay, and then I will help you understand. I'm using the whiteboard. Okay, and I have shared the whiteboard with you all also. So I have shared the whiteboard with you all. You can join the whiteboard, and here I'm sharing the screen for the whiteboard. Okay, so here it is. Fine. So I need to talk about the conversion, binary format. So how this binary format is gonna work? Can you see this document? Can you see this document, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I'm giving a
Yes,
value,
sir.
if I'm given a value a equal to 8, okay, and b equal to 10, for example, what is the binary representation of 8? Do you know about it?
One
Yes,
triple
sir.
zero.
One triple zero.
1
Triple zero.
Triple zero.
triple
One
zero,
triple zero, sir.
and for 10,
10
1010. Okay, now in case of your code, it has been asked to perform AND operation between A and B. If I say you perform AND operation A and B, what will be the output? How I need to write? one below another bit. Okay, I need to perform AND operation. So how am I going to perform
1
the
to
AND
2,
here?
0.
See here, the operation has been performed bit by bit, bit by bit. So 0 and 0 is 0, 0 and 1 is
Zero.
0, 0 0
Zero.
0,
0.
and 1 1 is
Zero. One.
1. So the result is 1000.
8.
8.
8.
8.
Is it? Did we
Yes, sir.
something? Did we done correct or wrong?
Correct.
Correct, sir.
So zero
Correct,
zero
sir.
zero zero 1 and is 0, 0 0 is this, and 1
Yes, sir.
and operation. Now the result is what?
8.
8.
8.
8.
Okay, so in that particular example, you have given 10 and 4, 10 and 4. So value of 10, for example, again I take 10, that is 1010, and the 4 is I guess it is 0100.
Double.
Zero.
Okay,
One. Double zero.
and you perform AND operation over it, then it will be 0, it will be 0, it will be 0,
Zero.
Zero.
it will be 0. So the
Zero.
result is 0. And if I take OR operation over it,
1.
okay,
And
Zero.
1.
One. One.
okay,
One.
0, 1. 1.
0 1 1
1.
1. Okay, so what is this 1 1 triple 1 0?
14.
How much?
14.
14.
14.
14. Okay,
14, sir.
14. Yeah, 14. Good. Because all ones are 15. Okay, so this,
15.
yeah, all ones are 15. So this is 14. Okay, and because I need to explain this stuff, how to perform the conversion and all these things. If I'm having this 10, you told me, sir, this is the value. Can you help me how I got this 0101 structure? I need to divide it by 2, na? Because if I need to perform it
2.
into the
Yes.
binary
Yes, sir.
representation, I need to
Yes,
continuously divide
sir.
by 2. So 2 5s are 10, I
Yes.
guess. Okay, then 0. Am I correct? This is how I need to write, na?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then
Yes, sir.
2 2s are 4. Then remainder is 1. Okay,
One.
then 2 ones are 2. Remainder is 0. Then 2 zeros are 0. Remainder is 1. And this is how I need to approach. I hope I am correct. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
the representation of 10 is 1010. This is the approach I need to follow.
Yes.
The same thing, the same stuff happened in case of your programming also. Let me get back to you the code. Okay, and the same approach happened. Okay, so here in this case, we have taken AND operation, we have taken OR operation, we have performed bitwise NOT operation. Okay, and here we perform XOR operation, exclusive OR. Now I put you a task that how I got minus 11 if I'm performing NOT operation here, and how I got 14 if I'm going to do the XOR operation here. Okay, this you need to tell me. All right, so bitwise operators are being performing these operations. Assignment, I guess assignment is something just putting an equal to sign. So a equal to 10, b equal to a, we have already done the assignment. Then if I say b plus equal to a, b plus equal to a means b equal to b plus a. I hope you know this thing. B plus equal to is b equal to b plus a,
Yes, sir.
and b minus equal to is b equal to b minus a. Okay, just writing these in a simple format. So all these operators you can use in this particular simple format also. Okay, now here it is. I gave the example how to write, and you very well know about these things. Next one is the identity operator. See, I have already used these identities in, not in, and this is not. See, if I say a equal to 10, b equal to 20, c equal to a, then if I say a is not b, okay, print a is not b, so it will give you the boolean result. So a is 10, b is 20, it's going to give you true. Okay, and a is c, again true, because I've assigned c equal to a. Okay, so identity operators is and is not, and obviously In we have all in and not in, we have already used this thing also. Okay, so I guess it doesn't require any further explanation. Okay, now so one example related to the list. Let me finish this example also. um, to illustrate not operator in operator with the list. Okay, just x equal to 24, y equal to 20, two variables I took, and I declare a list also 10, 20, 30, 40, whatsoever. Okay, for x not in list, for x not in list. Okay, here is the list of elements. What is x? 24. If x not in list, print x is not present in the list, else print x is present in the list. Okay, so it will check, okay, whether 24 is there or not. No, 24 is not present. Just go to the else statement, and here it will check whether y is present. Yes, y is 20. Okay, 20 is present in the list. Okay, go to the if statement and going to print you all these. Okay, very much important thing next, precedence of the operators. Precedence, if I say 10 plus 20 into 30, what could be the result? What do you think? 10 plus 20 into 30, whose precedence is more here? Whose precedence? 10 plus 20 into 30, what will be the result? What could be the result here? 20,
16.
16, 610.
610, sir.
Because the reason is star means multiplication is having
Star
higher
is
precedence,
having a
High
Yes,
precedence.
sir.
higher
higher.
precedence than the plus. So plus minus are having low precedence. Okay, and then multiplication and division are having higher precedence. And the next case, if I do use square bracket, for example, this rounded brackets, then what will happen first? The addition will be happen.
Parentheses have
Yes,
more
30
priority.
Addition.
into
yes.
3900,
30
sir.
into 30.
30 into 30, that will be 900. Okay, so these
Yes.
rounded
Yes,
brackets
sir.
or whatever you say, parenthesis whatsoever, it's having higher precedence. Okay, now for this what will happen? Name equal to normal, age equal to 0, whatsoever I can take the age. If name equal to normal or name equal to Resham and age is greater than equal to 2, can you please tell me what is the precedence and what output will come here? If name equal to normal or name equal to Resham, that means what happened? If this or this, so obviously this condition is correct. So or will going to take it. Okay, or either is condition is correct now, so or will going to take it. Then I'm using and age is greater than 2. See, this statement is true, this statement is false, and this statement is also false. So true or false and false, this is the sequence which has been followed here. This is a sequence of the statement. So who is having a precedence? Or and? Or and? Which is having the preference? Or and? Here, what happened? And got the preference. Okay, so false and false is false. I got the false. And true or false is true. So the output which I am getting here is hello, welcome. So here, if you are available with or and also you are available with the and, so the preference has been given here to and. Okay, so this is also false, this is also false. Okay, so I got false and false. Okay, so the result is false. This is true, so true or false is true. This is how the preference occur here. Anything you want to say? Any suggestion? Or you want to experiment with this? Okay, sir, can you use some brackets here and something like that? Is there any possibility? Okay, for example, if I do take this code again, if I do copy this code, okay, and I just put it here, okay, and if I take or if I do take so parenthesis, if I take, so obviously it will give you the weightage. However, it was already giving the weightage. Okay, there's an error. Name is not defined, so you can't use the parenthesis here. Can't use. Or you can have some statement, or age is less than 2, age is less than 2, or age is less than 2. If I put it here, what should be the output then? What should be the output? Let me run this code. Let me run this code. Here again, name is not defined. It's saying name is not defined. Where name is not defined? Okay, I need to use the name above from here. Okay, copy and paste it here. Paste it here, and then just use this statements. Hello, welcome. The output is hello, welcome. Why it came hello, welcome? Why it came hello, welcome? Here, this is true, false, false, true. So I just say or true. Okay, so false and false is false,
False.
or true. So obviously you got true or false or true, the result is true. You got this. Hello, welcome. So this is how we can have a logic. True, false, true. This is something which make you simple. Okay. So I guess that's all for today's